Hello, my name is Sackett, and we are playing FTB One. And I have been busy. I've been programming in all the glazed terracotta concrete into our refined storage system so we can craft that on demand, because we're going to need probably all of it when we go back to building the town. But before we do that, I have to thank Cleege for posting in the comments a couple episodes ago about the stable wormhole. I think that's what they were talking about. Now, I had been thinking about this as just kind of a stable place to access our, what do you call it? Our storage system from occultism. But what Cleach said was that we could place this, for instance, near our Ars Nouveau setup and have items from the storage system go directly onto the scribe's table. And we might try that, but I want to see what else it can do. The first thing I guess we're going to need is a wormhole frame. So let's see what all is involved in that. Okay, that's just something we craft. Let's take a look. We'll need one of these other stone frames. That's just 8 other stone. We're going to need the wormhole frame. And then for the wormhole itself, we're going to need a book of binding. I don't think I have any of these coded in because I don't think we've done any occultism since we built the refined storage system. Refined storage wasn't, even available. So we need a book of binding, right? Okay, so we need this. And we'll need to teach this thing how to make a book and quill. There we go. And I think that's all we're gonna need. I think our ink is in here. No, it's not. It must still be in our system here. Yeah, I got a good amount of it. Throw all that in. We'll make the book. And if you're not familiar with occultism, you're coming into the series after we took the break between that long period between updates. There's plenty of episodes farther back that show you how all this stuff works. We'll go ahead and craft the binding book with the manual from the mod to get the bound folio book. Now we'll come over here to our occultism building. What we're looking for is Avesius's spectral compulsion. And I don't think I labeled these. Let's see which one it is. We'll have to look it up. We'll have to find it in here. They totally changed how this book works. Let's see if we can find Avesius's. Hadrons, Ithacans, Abras, Avesius's. Okay, so this is... It's going to have some purple, just 2. Where is it? Is it back here? We may need to make this. Oh, wait. This might be it over here. Yeah, I think it is. Okay. So go ahead, we'll put the quartz in the bowls, we'll put our ender pearl in. That spirit fire has been burning forever. We'll put the wormhole frame down and the Foliot book. And then we'll get our stable wormhole frame. Or our wormhole frame. It's working anyway. We see the purple particles, even if I can't remember which thing we're crafting, which thing we already have. Shouldn't be long. Now and we will try to make one of the glyphs, like Cleach suggested, I think, just to see how it works, because you figure if something like the Ars Nouveau scribe table can interact with this thing as like something that contains all of the occultism storage system inventory, then perhaps other things can as well. Like, we put it right here. Oh, it's not hooked up. We gotta take it and I think shift right click it onto the actuator. Yeah, now it's linked. Okay. And I assume we can still use our handheld, right? Yeah. So let's pop this thing down right here. Now, we have a few glyphs that we haven't learned, like, for instance, the mana bubble. Alright? And yeah, they're going right out of there. And into the system. We're missing one thing, which is that bastion fruit. That, naturally, is in our refined storage system. We'll take one, we'll go back. I think it'll take it right out of our inventory. Nope, it won't. We'll throw it in there, and we'll watch it go. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now, I wonder... Let's find out what else this can do. Let's try something simple. What if we put it on a hopper? Will it start sucking things out? Sure seems like it is, huh? Is it gonna be this simple to get everything out of the storage system? Well. Okay, hopper works. What about a pipe? And what about a nice big pipe upgrade? Alright, here we go. Let's put the upgrade in here. And what did it seem to be taking out? Yeah, it's taking stuff out, definitely. This should drain everything that can go into our storage system, because we've got it hooked up to this pipe here, into the storage drawers. Storage system, refined storage system, storage, okay. I'm getting confused, but you get the general idea. We're pumping from this setup here now, via the stable wormhole into our drawers system, so we can get all of that stuff out of here. And the reason is, we're going to be retiring the occultism storage system, at least by and large. We are going to, because we have the good old refined storage now, we have expanded storage, and I thought that we would be able... Well, that's not expanded storage. Let's see. It's the same one that gives us the iron crafters. Let's see what mod that is. Okay, extra storage. So let's see. Now, is there a wireless range? Not that I'd know how to spot, huh? Okay, now, there's a different way to do this. What we're going to need is a network receiver. There we go. And we're going to need a network transmitter. Here we go. And we're going to need a wireless card. So let's see. It's got to be one of these things, right? Wireless crafting grid. Wireless card. That's A2, that's A2, that's A2. Okay, it's not a wireless card, it's a network card. It's not very hard to make. What do you got? All kinds of stuff. I still haven't gotten into Tetra. But anyway, before I get too distracted, what we should be able to do here is come out to the remains of our trailer. Oh, it's so sad. That's now officially the world's worst outhouse. If we pop the receiver down, we are going to need to power it, I think. So let's pop a solar panel down on top of this thing. And we'll make sure that it'll output to the right. Network receiver. So we click, we shift click, we do something. Oh, yeah, look at that. Cards linked. Okay. So I went back home and I put the card in the block. I don't know if we need something else here. Like, here it is. 311, 64, 618. And this has power. We only want the one controller. And on the net, it said that we could think of this thing like a controller, so let's see. But it is indeed 311, 65, 318. Or 64, I guess, is that block there. And we go home. Now we throw it in here. This is force loaded, right? We better check. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely force loaded. Let's try force loading this chunk. Now let's go home. And let's take this out and put it back in with the other one force loaded. And let's go back. Aha! Now we're talking. Now we can stick these, we already got the range upgrades in there. We should be able to, if we can find it, take our wireless refined storage grid, link it to here, now 24, 66, 451, doesn't seem like it, does it? Let's see, what if we, it keeps doing the grid. Can we clear it? Huh. Now what we can do is make another one, and that's what we're gonna do. Now, I'm sure there's a way to do that. I just don't wanna look it up right now. Did that link? Shift right click. That linked it. Wonderful. Now we can put this right back in the slot. Now I just realized that both of these, neither of them are what we want. I think it's actually extra storage that adds the wireless crafting grid. Let's see. The crafting monitor. I swear I saw this thing. Ah, yes, wireless crafting grid. Refined storage add-ons. And that's a white crafting grid. That's not what we want. It should be fine. We'll find out whether it's fine or not. That's right, because we made the wireless setup before we had refined storage add-ons in the pack. So, third time's the charm. Let's see if that's actually... No, it's not gonna accept that. Okay. So we'll go in here, we'll put this back in, and we'll make just a plain old... Oh, we don't have it. That's the problem. Okay, we don't have a recipe for a crafting grid at all. I want just... Can I make just a regular crafting grid? I don't want to make the white one. Okay, here we go. And we have parts for all of... I think I just overwrote the recipe. I sure did. Okay, we got the right item. We got it all crafted. We got it all charged up. It'll go right in our curio slot where we had the other one. And now, touch of a button, and up to 48 blocks away. From there, we'll have access to our refined storage system. Yep, this is about as far as the range. So we could actually move that out to the middle. And maybe we will. But for now, that's pretty good. Now, we're really not ready to start building again. I've done a couple more buildings out here. I was playing around with some pallets and seeing what looked good. There are a few more things that we're going to want now that the pack is updated before we come back to doing this. And those are some things from Immersive Engineering and Create. Meanwhile, I think that just about everything that can go into the storage drawers has gone into the storage drawers. So we're going to pick our stable wormhole up and plop it down right on the importer. And we should see this thing slowly but surely taking the items out. Now we can speed that up, I believe. Let's see, we've got all these upgrades. I think the stack upgrade takes things out by the stack. So that might be worth looking into. And we'll want to make a speed upgrade to make that with, and maybe to use on its own, who knows. But first let's try the stack upgrade. That looks pretty much like what we want. Okay. We'll throw it in here. And let's see. Yeah. Did you see that? That was visible. Let's see. Yeah, it's moving. I wonder if it's doing it. I'm not sure how it's doing it. And as this thing drains, it's starting to fill up our system a little bit. We're actually over 10% now. So I've gone ahead and programmed in a 1024K, I'm trying to say, storage disk, which is going to take about 2,000 quartz and all kinds of other things, but one of those we should probably be all set. And going. Almost gone. 3 more. Gone. The occult storage system is now empty. Everything's in here. Wonderful. Now I unhooked this thing, and we still got our occultism storage system in case we decide to use it. But I think upgrading for the purposes of building out there is really going to help us out. Now, the next thing I want to start thinking about is immersive engineering. And we got a lot of creosote oil. I am going to go ahead and we're gonna teach this thing how to make treated wood so that we can store some of this stuff as solid. Where is it? Treated wood scaffolding. I think treated wood planks is the thing. Now we could do filling by spout. Now here's a question. Can we do anything with just... Well, that's thermal creosote. We can do... Okay, we can do fluid encapsulator, but that just gives us a bucket. That's not really what I'm looking for. Now creosote, I guess, will heat... Are these blaze burners? That's interesting. And we could turn it into RF with a compression dynamo. I was really hoping that we would be able to... Okay. There's another solution. A couple episodes ago... Oh, I've already got one here. we made a recipe for sequential fabricators. And these are what we're going to want. We're going to want to output to the top and input from the bottom. And then flip this thing around. Now we've got to teach these things. And they can only store one recipe, but it's worth it. Actually, wait, is this how we did that? I can't remember. Okay, yeah, so it does have a water bucket in there. I'll go like so. Program the recipe in. Click. And then, how was this one? Was this... I think we probably did... we probably did it like this. Let's see. So it's going to be a processing recipe, right? I think we're going to need some to make this. So let's go ahead and make some treated wood planks, right? I'll get another bucket of this stuff. And we're going to teach this thing how to do this. We're going to put the bucket right in there. Turn fluids off. We'll need some more planks. Whoops, that's not what we're trying to do. Okay, that's what we're trying to do. Right? To make 8 treated wood planks. We'll make the recipe. And this is a place where I think thermal and refined together, it really shines. So let's go ahead and make 256 treated wood planks. And you can see it's already making them. It just straight up works. It's wonderful. Yeah, it just pours the oil in there, pours the planks in here, and just crafts them. It's interesting that it will do a little bit more than what's supposed to be a stack here. But, you know, works great. Next thing I want to look at is a better way to make steel. We have the, what do you call it, the big blast smelter and the coke oven out back, or out front, really. But what I would like is to do all of that in here. What we need to do is teach the machines how to make steel dust. And there's a couple ways to do it, but the best one is in yet another metallurgic infuser. You just run iron through twice, and we're going to go ahead and make another infuser. Because this one, we've got one for redstone, we got one for diamond, we got one for obsidian. We're going to need one for carbon. Turn that around so it's facing the right way. Now, this will be good to go. Both of these recipes are going to go in there. I don't know what else we're going to be doing with the carbon. But we are going to want to teach it how to make the carbon, because we're going to want a bunch of it. We could just throw coal in there, and it would be fine. But the enriched carbon is really the way to go. We're going to do this in our enriching chamber, factory, wherever it is. Is it up here? Yeah, here we go. That's enriched carbon, so we might as well make like 2 stacks of it. Let's see where that gets us. Okay, this thing does a fine job. The refined storage system has it make all the enriched iron first. Does it in steps like that, so no problems using the same block for 2 steps. I also made us a sawmill from thermal. It's just like any other thermal block. What it does, though, it'll give you, for each wood you put in, it'll give you 6 planks. Now, we just have the sylph making wood for us right now. We could and might build a create or industrial foregoing tree farm. We shall see. But for now, I think that'll do. What we didn't have was a way to make stripped wood through any of the thermal or mechanism machines. So I made this contraption from immersive engineering. It's a lot like the blast furnace, the coke oven. It's a multi-block. You can look it up in your manual, see all the different parts. There we go. And then when you've got all the blocks placed, you just right-click with your hammer on this red one, and you're good to go. You can look up the blocks in JI. There's a list right here for you. You've probably seen immersive machines, but what I wanted to do was to be able to get stripped wood from our refined storage system. So what we have, this crafter is going into an open crate from Botania, and that works. It's just dropping logs, and then out of this little end here, we get sawdust. There's a spot for a blade here. If we put the blade in, we'd get 6 planks, so we could use this in place of the thermal sawmill, but we don't want planks. We want stripped wood, so we have one without a blade. It just sends it in here, and there's importers to send everything into the system. Let's turn it on. So if we want some stripped birch, let's say we want 2 stacks for whatever reason, we just program it in to the system, and you'll want your magnets off because these are in the world. The crafter will just feed into the thing below it, in this case the open crate, the birch logs. They'll pass through here, which, you know, the conceit is this thing strips the bark off. Sawdust goes in here and heads up into the system. Same with the stripped birch logs, and we're in great shape with these now. Among other things, this means we can automate all of the fancy decorative mods, like we have Snuther Snurniture. It's another furniture. So we've got, like, you know, some of these use stripped wood. There's all kinds of uses for it. You know, the macaws uses it a lot. That's all macaws. And chipped, we can use it. So that's when we go back to building the town. That's really going to help us out. And now we're back out here. I think the first thing we want to do is restore our trailer. So we're going to take some of this iron sheet metal from immersive engineering. It's just a couple of these iron plates. We're going to fill in along the sides here. We'll need one more. And we're going to have some light blue concrete and some white. And then for the windows, I think what we want, we're going to want a stone cutter out here, apparently. Do we have one on us? Yeah. I'll put it out here. We'll get some glass. Plenty of glass. And you make these create classes from here. I don't know if we can automate that, but it's, you know, it's no big deal to run over to a stone cutter. I think these look great. And I think they're going to fit in. Oh, actually, these are just... That's right. You need 2 of these for them to make sense. They have they keep the border on the top and bottom, but not in between, so that was kind of unnecessary, although they are a nice texture. So now that we've got all this stuff together, And with the auto crafting, we're gonna see if we can't get a little work done on this block. Now, one of the things we hadn't done is anything really with windows or glass. Now, we have the Macaw's mods in here, but I didn't see window. I did see door. Okay, yeah, we don't have Macaw's windows in this pack. So let's see if we have anything that's called a window. That would be interesting. Okay, so we have these create window panes. I wonder what these are like. We'd need dark oak, and then looks like really any kind of glass. So let's see. And then the little ones are like this, right? Throw them in here. And let's see how they are. Okay. Let's run in here. It's all snowy. Okay, so they do have connected textures. That's cool. Do they connect like so? Sure looks like, okay. Okay, no they really don't. Still, I think that's gonna be fine. We should try out some of the other ones too. Let's try the spruce. Okay. That's nice. So they've got connected textures on the vertical. Doesn't look like they're connected on the horizontal, but that's okay. Let's look at the acacia. Let's see here. Here we go. We gotta go up a little bit, don't we? Okay. Okay, that's pretty cool. So we have these flower boxes from another... Okay, so that's what they look like. They're pretty solid. I like those. Now let's see what they hold. Okay, so these hold 2, whereas the supplementaries, which don't have the custom colors going, hold 3, so that's an interesting trade-off. Interesting to know. Now, we might not have Macaw's windows, but we do have Macaw's doors, and a lot of these are really, you can get basically any door wood color on any door texture, and vanilla door textures, and some new ones. We got like all these fancy, like, I guess there's bamboo in here. That's pretty cool, and it does trap doors. We got glass doors and portcullises, garage doors. This is really gonna help. What I'm interested in, this acacia modern door is really nice, and so is this acacia glass door. We're gonna make ourselves some patterns for the acacia glass door. We've got the acacia modern door. There we go. And we've also got the acacia cottage drawer, which is a little different. The glass door and the modern drawer are added by the mod themselves, those frames. This one uses a vanilla frame. It uses the spruce. And you get 4 of the patterns with 4 paper and 1 spruce door. And that pattern, the spruce door print, let's go back to it here. We'll go to the dark, well, no, we'd need, the spruce door prints, depending on what wood we use them with, will give us a different colored drawer with the spruce style. I did a terrible job explaining that, but you probably get the idea. So we got our coming together house here. We could do a glass door that leads out here to the house. That looks nice. And then down here, facing the street, you have a little sturdier door. Okay, we got a couple more stories here. Now, what we're gonna do, turn our magnet on. We're gonna replace, see how these look. We've got some of these windows, darn it, I guess we need shovels for those. Some of those is full blocks, right? And I think that they'll look just fine with roofs going over them. So here are the shutters from another furniture. I think they look pretty good. And I think that's gonna about do it for this time, folks. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.